We all know that owning a small business means you wear many hats, but sometimes you really need an extra pair of hands. Upwork is how good companies find great and trusted freelance talent. With more than 2 decades of experience, with the simple and ambitious goal of pioneering a better way of working, companies at every stage turn to Upwork to get things done and find more flexibility in staffing key projects and initiatives. They access a global marketplace filled with top talent in IT, web dev, marketing, and more. Posting a job on Upwork is easy. With no cost to join, you can register, browse freelancer profiles, and get help drafting a job post or even book a consultation. From there, you connect with freelancers that get you and can easily hire them and take your business to the next level. Visit Upwork.com right now and post your job for free. That's Upwork.com to post your job for free and connect with top talent ready to help your business grow. That's UPWORK.com, Upwork.com.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where Trump sees a big wall and wants it painted black, this is Ballot.
Black as night, black as coal. Let's hit this. I'm Patrick Gutfield, and the Trump administration has decided to paint the entire U.S.-Mexico border wall black. And I mean black. We're talking Rolling Stones, paint it black, levels of commitment here. Except instead of wanting to paint doors and everything else black because of heartbreak, Trump wants to paint the wall black because, well, science. See a red door and you want it painted black? Try seeing a beige border wall and wanting it painted black so it gets too hot to touch. Mick Jagger was processing grief through color. Trump is processing immigration policy through basic thermodynamics. And Mick has a better chance of getting Mexico to pay for the paint. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem explained that this wasn't some committee decision, much like shooting a puppy isn't. This came straight from the president, who apparently looked at that wall and thought, you know what would make this better? Slavery. Oh no, that was yesterday's distraction from not releasing the Epstein files. Today it's color. The administration allocated $46 million for new wall construction, which is weird because Mexico is paying for it, so why not go for an even 50? They're building, the they is us, not Mexico. Mexico just pays for it. They are building about half a mile per day along the nearly 2,000-mile border. At this rate, by the time they finish painting everything black, the Rolling Stones will have released their 50th anniversary tour of their 70th anniversary tour. But here's the best part. Border Patrol officials say the black paint will also prevent rusting. So not only will this wall be too hot to climb, it'll look fantastic while doing it. This thing is going to be the most stylish deterrent since velvet ropes at nightclubs. Jack White took one look at Trump's newly redecorated Oval Office and basically had the musical equivalent of a breakdown. The former White Stripes frontman posted on Instagram calling it a vulgar, gold-leafed and gaudy professional wrestler's dressing room, which is honestly unfair to professional wrestlers. At least The Undertaker had some restraint with his interior design choices. White described the office as an embarrassment to American history and suggested Trump's taste is so bad you wouldn't even buy a used car from him, let alone give him the nuclear codes. I mean, the man has a point. When your decorating philosophy can be summed up as, what if King Midas had a Home Depot credit card? Maybe we should be concerned. The White House fired back through Communications Director Stephen Chung, who called White a washed-up, has-been loser with a stalled career. Now, calling a 12-time Grammy winner washed up is bold. That's like calling Mozart a one-hit wonder or saying Shakespeare never really nailed the whole writing thing. Chung added that White fails to appreciate the splendor and significance of the Oval Office. The way those gold cherubs really tie the room together. Nothing says leader of the free world like decorating your office to look like what would happen if Liberace designed a casino. Trump apparently picked everything himself and said he's very proud of it. The man turned the most powerful office in America into what looks like a Russian oligarch's yacht, had a baby with a Vegas hotel lobby. He's got gold frames, gold cherubs shipped in from Mar-a-Lago, gilded mirrors, and gold appliques on the fireplace. At this point, I'm surprised he hasn't installed a rotating bed and a champagne fountain. White's post got almost 120,000 likes, proving that even in our divided times, we can all come together to agree that gold toilet aesthetics maybe don't belong in the people's house.
What if everything you've been taught about happiness is wrong? We chase careers, approval, more stuff, hoping it'll finally make us feel fulfilled, but it never sticks. What if happiness isn't out there, but already inside you, just waiting to be unlocked? Discover the book, The Happiness Experiment. Every person has a unique happiness type, and when you understand yours, everything shifts. You'll stop chasing and start creating joy on your own terms. Discover your happiness type with a free happiness type assessment. Go to myhappinesstype.com. That's myhappinesstype.com. It takes just a minute and it might change your life. Then grab your copy of The Happiness Experiment at Books A Million. This isn't just a book, it's a practical framework, a journey inward. It's a tool to help you reconnect with the happiness that's been waiting inside you all along. Pick up The Happiness Experiment and start your happiness experiment today.
Delta and United Airlines are being sued for selling window seats that don't actually have windows. Just blank walls, which is like ordering a cheeseburger and getting a bun with a picture of cheese taped to it. More than 1 million passengers at each airline are part of these class action lawsuits, claiming they paid extra money, sometimes tens or hundreds of dollars, to sit next to what they thought would be a window, only to discover they'd essentially purchased premium wall-staring privileges. The problem happens on certain Boeing 737s, Boeing 757s, and Airbus A321s, where air conditioning ducts or electrical equipment got installed right where a window should be. So instead of watching clouds and tiny houses below, passengers get an intimate view of industrial ventilation systems. Now, other airlines like Alaska and American actually tell you when a window seat doesn't have a window. Revolutionary concept, right? Apparently, Delta and United figured, why spoil the surprise? Let them discover our creative interpretation of window seat at 30,000 feet. The lawsuits point out that people buy window seats for very specific reasons: fear of flying, motion sickness, keeping kids occupied, or just wanting to watch the world go by. Instead, these passengers got to watch a blank wall go by, which is significantly less entertaining unless you're really into beige paint and rivets. One plaintiff, Aviva Kopaken, said United refunded her fees for windowless seats on 2 flights, but not a third. So apparently United's customer service policy is, fool me once, shame on us. Fool me twice, shame on us again. Fool me 3 times, that'll be $200, please. The airline's defense strategy seems to be that passengers could have used websites like Seat Guru to check if their seats actually had windows, which is basically arguing, sure, we misrepresented our product, but you should have done detective work to figure out we were lying. Carter Greenbaum, the lawyer filing these suits, put it perfectly. A company can't misrepresent the nature of the products it sells and then rely on third-party reviews to say a customer should have known that it was lying. This is peak airline logic. Charge you extra for a window seat, give you a wall, then act surprised when you're not thrilled about your premium view of absolutely nothing. Portions of today's show were made with the help of AI. Release the Epstein files, you coward.
Taylor Swift has a new album coming, The Life of a Showgirl, and we've got all the details. Join us every Sunday on the Taylor Swift Today podcast, your ultimate source for everything happening in Taylor's world. From her romance with Travis Kelce to career milestones, legal battles, and cultural impact, we cover it all. I'm Allie, and I'll bring you exclusive insights, breaking news, and the stories that matter to Swifties everywhere. Whether it's new music, red carpet appearances, or the latest from the Eras Tour, we're your weekly destination for Taylor Swift news. Subscribe to Taylor Swift Today wherever you get your podcasts.
From Calaroga Shark Media comes Celebrity Trials, the explosive new podcast that exposes the truth behind America's most captivating cases. I'm Reed Carter, and I'll take you inside real-live daily trials and classic celebrity cases where fame, power, and justice collide. From Jeffrey Epstein's billion-dollar sex trafficking empire to the prep school killer who walked free, from family annihilators to celebrity plea deals. Discover the shocking verdicts, twisted evidence, and cultural forces that shape American justice. These aren't just crimes, they're cultural moments that reveal who we really are. Justice isn't always swift, but it's absolutely riveting. Celebrity Trials, available wherever you get your podcasts.
You can call me James. I spent 23 years designing aircraft that officially don't exist for agencies you think TV made up. Until I started asking the wrong questions. Navy ships are recording objects moving at impossible speeds. Infrastructure is failing in coordinated patterns. The moon looks smaller than it did 10 years ago. None of this is a coincidence. The official explanations don't add up. This is Paranormal Aliens, where we connect the dots they don't want connected. If you're hearing this, you know where to get podcasts. Follow Paranormal Aliens. New episodes weekly until they shut me down.